Matt Koopikka of the Trijicon shooting team. I want to share with you a couple quick tips about supplementing your rifle practice with a 22 caliber rifle. Even with an ammo sponsor, I've always been a very low round count shooter, and I've always used 22 to supplement my skills. But there's a couple times where I found that the 22, using it to supplement, actually gave me a hindrance in my real matches, and there's times where I found it to be valuable. So just a couple drills that I think are valuable to do with the 22 would be any kind of long transitions. So I'll set up plates around 50 yards away and practice my offhand rifle. There was a time where I practiced only offhand rifle for a long period of time because I was shooting specific divisions where plate racks were everything. The only thing that mattered was plate racks. And I tried to reduce my ammo count because that can be a high round count type of drill with 22s. So I would pull it up and shoot multiple plates over and over again. But what I found is that when I went to my real rifle, even if the real rifle's recoil is very, very low, the recoil impulse is different. It was more important to be timed correctly, the rifle, than it was to just put rounds down range. So that's why when I do 22 caliber rifle training, I make sure I do wide transitions. So I might set up 2 plates at 50 yards that are 25 yards apart, and I'll do buzzer, 1, 2, 1, 2. I find these single shots, having the same trigger in my rifle and the same style scope, allows me to get the accuracy and the trigger prep that I need without learning me to a new recoil impulse that my competition rifle doesn't have. The other thing I would use it for is close range papers. So instead of running around hosing papers at 5 yards, like trying to work on footwork primarily with a gun as a helper for the timer, you can use the 22 for that because the recoil and the way that you follow the dot at targets at a real close range doesn't matter too much. It's not going to translate into your other rifle and really cause a lot of headache because you're just gripping and ripping these targets as fast as possible. The things I wouldn't do are any kind of like accuracy related double taps. So things at like 25 to 35 yards, that might be a headshot only. It's going to get you off the cadence of your real rifle, or it might cause issues with the cadence on your real rifle. And again, I wouldn't do things like plate racks with it because even though it's a lot cheaper, it can get you off that cadence. And the most important thing with your primary rifle is not to have the lowest recoil possible or to have the best compensator or the best recoil system. It's to know the recoil and be able to time yourself pulling the trigger while using that recoil. So those are just a couple quick tips of using a 22 rifle, and hopefully you can save some money and still get some good practice.
Time to beat here, 37.58 for our top seed, Matt Koopikka. Sprinting out to the rifle, starting off with the steel first.
Yeah, really aggressive across the middle, and there's why he's
Great
top
run.
seed.